May I speak to Naomi? Naomi Mwanankuzi.
Sega. Sega, is that you?
Naomi,
Where are you?
Amsterdam. I will be with you tomorrow.
I've been counting the days. Sega. Sega.
Naomi.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I did not know there was anyone still here.
It's all right. I'm just picking up a few things.
Dad, you're going to be late again.
I know. Well, what do you think?
I think we need to take you shopping.
Right, thanks.
Anyway, I thought you said nobody ever notices.
You don't. But you want your dad looking his best, right?
Get your own.
Can't run late. See.
Don't forget, don't be too late tonight.
I would.
I'm doing dinner.
Okay.
Something I need to talk to you about.
Danny, where have you been? Been worried sick about you.
Sandra know you're here.
Of course not. She doesn't know any of it. And I don't want her to. We had the police round looking for you.
What did you tell them?
I didn't tell them anything.
Neil could rely on you. You've always stood by him, haven't you?
You shouldn't have run.
Don't know what it was like. I've got to get out of the country. I've got no choice. What am I going to do? Sit around and wait to get caught?
Maybe we should go to the police.
We can't do that. Think about Sandra. Think about your kid. Do you want him to see you go to jail?
Me?
We're in this together. You got the money?
$500. It's all I have. It's the money Sandra's been saving up for the holiday. Florida. She's got to kill me.
It's not enough. I'm going to need more.
Okay. Give me time. And don't call me. I'll call you.
The nurse said Karen Donnelly had 2 lots of visitors.
Did the nurse say who they were?
She said they were friends. And they look like friends to you. See how they always keep their heads down? They say she discharged herself.
Oh, maybe she did, and maybe they are friends. Why are you so interested in her?
Well, here he is,
Who?
her brother.
Well, that all seems harmless enough.
Yeah, that's what he said. He looks up in a minute. There. Karen Donnelly doesn't have a brother. I checked.
Then who is he?
That's what I want to find out.
okay? Can I get you a cup of tea or something to eat? You've got to eat, love. Be no good to anyone if you make yourself ill.
I can't. I feel sick.
I just can't believe this is happening. I shouldn't have let you take her for a drive. She didn't want to go. I only let you take her out because...
What?
Because I was so tired. I just needed a break.
Don't do this. Don't blame yourself. Nobody's fault, least of all yours.
If only you hadn't taken the A12. If only you hadn't gone there. Why were you there?
What do you mean?
Why were you on the A12? You said you were taking her to Sandhills. That's nowhere near.
Stop it. Stop doing this. It was an accident. It just happened.
Where are you going? This isn't the way to Sandhills.
No, I thought we'd go somewhere different for a change.
I don't want to go somewhere different. Where are you taking me?
It's something I want to show you.
What's happening?
Here's a crash cart. Give a mill, 1,500 of adrenaline. Come on, let's get to it.
Karen Donnelly was in no fit state to leave a hospital.
Well, have you tried ringing her home?
Yeah, there's nobody there.
Well, maybe she's staying with friends, the ones she left with.
They didn't look like friends.
What are you trying to say, that she was kidnapped? That is what you're saying. Why? Why would anyone...
Look, hang on. We pick up that envelope from her and it gets nicked out of the back of my car. And then she gets visited in hospital by her brother, except she doesn't have a brother. And then two mysterious friends show up and just take her away. And you don't think that's suspicious?
Well, maybe, but that's not my job.
Oh, come on, what is your job? A car accident?
I'm trying to find out why 2 people died and a lot more were injured. Yes, that's what I do.
Fine. I'm going to go find her.
Don't walk away from me. Don't dare walk away. This is just like you, isn't it? You just go off regardless of anybody else. All that matters is you.
What do you want from me, Anne?
You can't do everything on your own.
So sorry.
I don't understand. Just don't understand. How can she be dead? You walked away without even a scratch. Oh, Brian, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Blood is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Make it me to lie down in green pastures. He led me beside the still waters. Destroyed my soul.
Essex FM with AJ.
This is AJ. Lots of good music lined up for you.
Right, I'm off. Catch you a bit later.
See you later. Dave, I might be back a bit late tonight.
Why? Where are you going?
I said I'd meet Cindy for a drink after work.
What's the occasion?
Her birthday. Free babysitter and the night off.
Sounds good. Tell me where you're going, I might join you.
Oh, you won't be interested. It's just going to be us two. Just talking about girls stuff.
It's not much of a birthday, is it?
Leave you some tea in the fridge?
Yeah, all right. Look, I was thinking, I might invite Robin Shell around on the weekend.
Oh, yeah, cool.
You know she's pregnant.
You joking? She's only just got married.
It's 4 months down the line.
Down the line? What sort of a line is that? The production line?
She seems really happy about it. Anyway, I'll see you later.
Yeah, see ya.
Cheers, man.
have 3 messages. Message 1.
Hello, dear. I just wanted to remind you we're off tomorrow. Dad lost the passports as usual. We'll get there in the end. Back in a week. I'll see you then. Bye.
Message 2.
Karen, this is James. I'm at the Betsy Trotwood. Where are you? You've got my mobile. Please give me a call.
Message 3.
Karen, it's me again. Look, it's 8 o'clock and I'm assuming you're not going to show up, so... Well, call me. Thanks.
End of message.
A road accident? Well, that makes sense. We were all worried sick about her.
You tried to contact her?
Yes, of course. We rang her home and her mobile, but there was no answer.
Did you leave messages?
Yes, I believe so.
Well, that's strange, because I played her answering machine only this morning and there was nothing on it.
Well, I don't understand that. And frankly, I don't know what you're suggesting. I'm actually terribly sorry. What are you doing here?
Karen Donnelly left hospital with 2 men. Since then, there's been no sign of her.
Were they family?
I was hoping you could tell me.
I'm afraid I don't know much about Karen Donnelly outside office hours. We didn't mix socially.
And how long has she worked here?
4 years. I knew something was up when she didn't turn up for work, not without ringing in first.
HTC. So what is it you do here?
The bulk of our business is in agrochemicals, fertilizers, pesticides. We export all over the world. Europe, Asia.
Africa?
Yes. Yes, and Africa.
You ever seen this man?
Where'd you get this?
It was taken from the CCTV camera at the hospital where Miss Donnelly was being treated. I wondered if he might be a work colleague.
Well, it's actually a terribly large company. You can't expect me to know every employee. Would you mind if I hang on to this? I could maybe pass it on to the HR people. They could run it through the records.
Yeah. You can keep that one. I've got copies. If she does get in touch, I'd be grateful if you'd let me know.
Yes, of course.
Right, let's get it all out. I want an inventory of everything.
I told you. I don't know where he is.
You haven't spoken to him,
No.
and you have no idea as to why he might have abandoned his vehicle.
He was bringing in furniture from Holland. It's a trip he's done plenty of times before.
Mrs. Rampton?
I've got nothing to add to what my husband just told you.
And how long had your brother-in-law been working for you?
Not long. We gave him a job when he came out of the army. We did it quite reluctantly, really. We were just trying to help.
Sandra.
This is certainly something I never expected, to have the police in my home. Have you any idea how embarrassing this is? I've got an 8-year-old son. He'll be home in a minute. How do you think he's going to feel seeing his parents being interviewed by the police?
I need to know if Daniel contacts you.
If Jeffrey's brother contacts us, Miss Storr, would you be the first to know? Why do they keep coming here? Why won't they leave us alone?
You know, it's routine.
No. No, it's not routine. We've never had the police here before, not until you got involved with your brother. And the worst thing is you don't see it. He's got you. Wrapped around his little finger. My credit card got rejected this morning at the supermarket. You have no idea what it was like. I had all the till girls staring at me. They made me take things out of my basket and put them back. What's happening, Jeffrey? What have you two been up to? I need to know.
Well, it's not a very good picture, but yeah, I've seen him quite a few times. How do you know he drank here?
Oh, I just know he was meeting someone at the Betsy Trotwood, and this is the only pub in the whole country with that name.
Well, he lived around here.
Who?
Dickens. Yeah, I definitely recognise this guy. Comes in 2-3 times a week. Late, usually. I'd say he was local.
You ever come in here with this woman?
I know she's familiar. I've definitely seen her.
You hear what they were talking about?
No. What did you say their names were?
Her name is Karen Donnelly. We only know him as James.
Listen, I'll keep an eye out for him. I'll let you know if I see him come back.
Mr. Taylor?
Yeah, it's just for the weekend. The story's come up.
You owe me 5 weeks rent.
Yeah, and when I get back, I'll pay it to you, right? I haven't got time to talk about this
No,
now,
I can't
please.
let you leave until you have paid me.
I said back off!
Get off me! Get it! Shit! Help me, somebody!
Naomi, you haven't said a word to me all day. What have I done?
It's not you, Joe. It's my husband.
Still no word.
He rang me a week ago from Amsterdam. He said he was coming. Since then, nothing.
Why was he in Amsterdam?
It was the last stop. It is a long journey. He should be here now.
Maybe he's buying you tulips. Don't worry about him, Naomi. You spoke to him. You know he's on the way.
He should be here now.
What's his name?
Tsega.
You name your son after him.
Tsega Angaza. It will be a surprise for him.
Naomi.
Sit.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You speak English?
I am an engineer. A lot of my business was in English. How long will I be here for?
You'll be on your way very soon.
Do you have a phone? I was talking to my wife, but the phone card ran out.
You can talk to her when you see her.
Here he is.
Where have we got here?
Please, do you know me?
Nah, never seen you before in my life, love.
I came here 8 months ago. They brought me here.
Nah. You're mistaking us for someone else. All we do is fix cars.
Where is my husband?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who you are. I don't know who your husband is.
He called me.
Enough.
Please help me. He should be here now. Where is he?
I told you once. I don't know what you're talking about. Now do yourself a favour and go away. Please.
They were carrying furniture from Eastern Europe.
There's got to be more to it than that. Daniel Ranton's disappeared. If he was drunk, he'd have turned up by now with his tail between his legs.
Drugs? Would explain it.
No, they look too suburban to me.
But we know that Daniel Rampton didn't start the crash.
So?
So, if you do find a couple of kilos of Dutch cannabis, it's not our business. Hand it to the drug squad. We're traffic. This is a traffic accident.
Try telling John that.
Why, what's he doing?
It doesn't matter.
Listen. I'm sorry to land you both on the same case like this. I mean...
Water under the bridge. It is.
Well, it pains me to say it, but for a suit, he seems like a decent enough bloke.
Oh, please.
Well, it's not exactly like you've got them queuing up.
Piss off, Mike. Since when did you become my counsellor? Jesus, that is the trouble with this place. If you haven't been unhappily married for 10 years with 3 kids and a mortgage, then everyone looks at you like you're weird.
I've paid off my mortgage.
John? Just had word from Fraser. He wants you off the case.
He what?
Oh, don't worry, he's delighted. Bill Jackson has withdrawn his suit against the Met. It's entirely down to you.
Well, yeah, but there's still a few loose ends.
No. But as soon as we get the EDR data back on the car, you're reassigned. It's a good job.
Excuse me, madam, do you have a reservation?
Hi. You made it. I didn't think you'd come. Well, let's get a drink.
No, look, I'm really sorry I can't stay.
What's the matter?
Well, I'm in a relationship.
Well, there's an opener. Well, if we're being honest, so am I. I'm married.
You're married?
Well, for now, at least. Well, it's only a drink. They do great cocktails here. Well, anything you want.
Glass of wine?
Yeah, they do wine.
Oh.
If you don't like her, then why are you still together?
Yeah, but you're engaged to be married. Why are you here?
Because you said it was just a drink?
Does your fiancé know you come? See, I think you are here for the same reason that I am. The same reason I went to the service station to see you.
Which was?
Well, if I had to tell you, you wouldn't be here.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
So?
It's good.
Delia. Delia Smith, that's her recipe.
Is she not the one that cheats?
Yeah, but at least she admits to it. I need to speak to you. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. It's about Edinburgh.
University?
I sent the application.
Right, you never told me.
Well, I told you I was thinking about it.
And have they offered you a place?
No, but they want to see me.
That's great.
Is it?
Yeah, it's great.
What's to tell? I work in a service station, and I'm engaged to be married.
You happy with that?
Or shouldn't I be?
Well, that's what you want. You should be.
Oh, I don't know, Richard. You have all these dreams when you're younger, don't you, about what you're going to do when you're older and places you're going to see. I had dreams of travelling the world. France, Spain, Italy. Do you know I've never been out the country?
You're kidding.
Sad, isn't it? I mean, I've got my passport and everything. I got that as soon as I could, but I've never used it. Big on dreams, small on risk.
Not sure we should count going abroad as a risk.
Oh, for me, it might be. I think if I left, I'd never come back. I've got this vision of a villa on the hills in Italy. Red wine, olive groves, that sort of thing. You must think I'm mad.
No, I don't. Will you come out with me tomorrow?
Nah, we agreed to drink, and besides, I'm working.
I'll call in sick. Seems to be the tactic amongst the people I employ. Kandinsky. Russian painter, turn of the century, big passion of mine. There's an exhibition opening tomorrow, invitation only. You've just been invited. Come on. Take the risk.
Edinburgh's a long way away.
I know.
Is that why you chose it?
I chose it because it's a fantastic city and it does the best course.
I just worry about you, that's all. I mean, what if something happens?
Nothing will happen. It was my first choice. It's where I want to go. I need my independence, Dad.
You're independent now. Oh, you are.
Oh, Judy, what time are you going to be back? Judy, who are you going out with?
I'm your dad. That's my job.
I know, but it's hard to meet anyone around here. I just want to go somewhere new. Meet people who didn't know me before. People who take me for who I am. Just trying to move on. We both are.
So, who are you seeing?
A tutor and they've got a disability coordinator.
Where are you going to live? I mean, how are you going to get in and out of campus every day? And what if you need medical help?
That's what I'm going to ask.
Right, well, I'm coming with you.
Oh, no, you're busy.
Jodie.
It matters to me, Dad. I want to go on my own.
I might not be so busy anyway. Want me off the A12.
Why?
They say I've done everything that needs doing.
And have you?
Done everything that they wanted.
That's not enough for you, is it?
What's the Met doing out here?
Well, it was back so I could ask you the same thing. It's not like a superintendent to be at a crime scene. Karen Donnelly was involved in a road accident a few days ago.
Probably what tipped her over the edge.
Oh, what, you think it was suicide?
Her body was found in the bath, bottle of Calproximal at her side, wrists cut. What else would it be? She'd been suffering from depression for the past 2 years. We found Prozac in a cabinet prescribed by her doctors.
What, that one there?
Well, yes. Where else?
Well, it's just I was here yesterday and the only thing that I found was an empty bottle prescribed in 2007.
Well, you obviously didn't look carefully enough. These were prescribed last month. And still are full.
You find anything else in here?
No.
Right, so nothing's been moved.
Look, I haven't got time for this, and frankly, I don't know who are you to come here and question me.
How does she light the candles? The candles, they've all been lit, but there's no cigarettes, lighter, there's no matches. Coproximal's been withdrawn from the market. How do you suppose she got a hold of those?
Yeah, we're looking into that.
Oh, well, that's great.
You know, I don't like your tone.
I saw her leave hospital with 2 men, and since then she's just vanished into thin air. She didn't come here, she didn't go to work, she didn't call anybody.
Who are these men?
I don't know.
You saying they killed her?
No.
Oh, well, perhaps you might want a bit more solid evidence before you start making accusations.
What have you got for me?
What, with the van?
Yeah.
Nothing. A load of furniture, a few broken mirrors. I reckon they've got at least 63 years bad luck coming their way.
The van wasn't why you rang.
Well, you thought it would be?
Yeah. I think it's more than just a drunken driver. Possibly carrying something they shouldn't be. Drugs, maybe. Can we make it a priority?
Okay, I'll get the boys onto it again.
So why did you call?
Brian Edwards. Now, this one, I do have something on. I understand that Joyce Thompson died yesterday.
Yes, head injuries.
Fractured skull, but the driver wasn't hurt, which isn't that unusual, all things considered. Depends on the point of impact, speed, airbags, etc. But have a look at this. I've measured up the indentations, and they're not nearly as deep as I'd have expected.
Do you mean he slowed down before the collision?
Quite considerably, I'd say. And there's something else. The seatbelt.
She wasn't wearing a seatbelt. I've got a report from a paramedic.
Then perhaps you should take a closer look. When a person's thrust forward against their seatbelt in an accident, for that split second, the moment of impact, the friction generated between the seatbelt and the clothes reaches
250 degrees, you told me.
Ah. Anyway, the webbing of the seatbelt and the clothing fibers fuse together. We've matched fibers from her blouse to those on the seatbelt.
Could it have happened at a different time?
Oh, it's possible, but extremely unlikely.
So if she was wearing a seatbelt and he slowed down before the impact...
Then she shouldn't have sustained the head injuries. Exactly.
Why can't they release her body?
In an investigation like this, we can't release the deceased...
Investigation? She died in an accident. What is there to investigate? I want to arrange her funeral.
I know, I'm sorry, I really am.
Oh, this is Inspector Stallwood. She wants to ask you some questions. They won't release Mum's body.
Why not?
Mr. Edwards, can you remember whether your mother-in-law was wearing a seatbelt when you were involved in the accident?
No, she wasn't.
Mrs. Edwards?
Oh, I wasn't there, if that's what my husband says.
Steve. Yeah. What do you know about a detective superintendent called Anthony Braden?
Well, never heard of him.
I just met him at Karen Donnelly's house. He spent 3 years at SO16.
Diplomatic squad.
Now he's been assigned to a suicide. Even though it's nowhere near his patch. I don't think it's a suicide.
This is Karen Donnelly.
Yeah.
You still think she's abducted? Well, I've got something new for you. Police officer involved in a stabbing. No mystery, just self-defense. You dot the I's, cross the T's.
Come on, Steve. You said yourself the black box data hasn't come back yet. I'm not officially off this case until it does. I want another week.
You get 3 days. Then EDR or not, you're reassigned.
Do all that work and we get...
you ever stop?
What's your name?
Sega.
Do you speak English?
Yes. I find most people have trouble with Swahili.
Where have you come from?
From the coast of East Africa.
It's a long way.
It has been a long journey.
Why England?
Because it is a good place. Everyone knows that. There you treat your visitors with respect.
Land of hope and glory? Is that what you think?
My wife and baby are waiting for me. This is the first time I see my child. We will build a new life together.
Did they come in the same way?
There is no other way.
You don't move. Do you understand that? You don't make a sound. I'm putting my whole life on the line for this.
It is my life too.
I need your help.
They want to move me on.
Of the case?
We just signed. Look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been the way I was.
No, you shouldn't.
No, I mean last year. I shouldn't have treated you the way I did. I shut you out, I know I did. I just didn't know what else to do. But I'm sorry, I was wrong. Right now, I need your help.
You're reassigned.
Look, 3 people died in this crash. And then this morning we find there's another one. Some poor bugger comes over here trying to find a better life and ends up bleeding to death in the bottom of a van. There's no way I'm going to let him become just another statistic. Not any of them.
They'll never be that.
Yeah, they will. That's what they become in time. But not this time. I need to find out what happened here, and I can't do it without you.
£12.57 in cash. Mobile phone. 1 set of keys. 1 watch. 1 gold ring.
I can't believe I've got you back. How are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
I got here at 11. I know you said you wouldn't be out till later, but I just couldn't wait.
Please, can we just go home?
I can't say that I expected to see you back here again. I mean, of course, it's a tragedy about Karen's suicide, but why are the police still investigating?
I'm just tying up the loose ends, Mr. Fowler. So you were here all day Friday?
No, I wasn't, actually. I left mid-afternoon.
And Karen left shortly afterwards, just after 3:30.
I'd like to know how you knew that.
Well, this is a printout from your own security systems. Anytime anyone swipes in or out, the time gets recorded.
And you got that from my own security department? I don't remember authorizing it.
Would you have preferred to have withheld it?
No. No, of course not. I want to help the police in any way I can.
So 3:33. Does seem very early to be leaving work. You get any idea why?
No, I'm afraid I don't. She was normally very conscientious. Susie. Sorry, I really don't see what this has to do with anything.
No, I'm just trying to understand why she might have left early if it wasn't something she normally did.
Well, I'm afraid I have no idea. Maybe she wasn't quite as trustworthy as I'd hoped.
No, maybe she wasn't. So you've got a new PA already?
Yes.
When'd she start?
That would be last Tuesday.
That was quick. That's before Karen's body was even found. Okay, Mr. Rampton, if we can just take this from the top. You are the registered owner of the vehicle, registration number EX51SXO.
Yes, I bought it for the business.
And you were aware that Daniel was making the trip to Holland?
Yeah, he was picking up some stock.
It was always Jeffrey's business, Jeffrey and I. We built it up from scratch. Then Daniel came out of the army, that was about 2 years ago. And he was having trouble finding work, so Jeffrey gave him a job. To be honest, I was against it from the start.
Why was that, Mrs. Rampton?
Do I really have to answer your questions? This has got nothing to do with me. It's all Daniel.
Okay, now you told us that you hadn't spoken to Daniel since the collision.
I haven't.
Then maybe you can explain this. As he called you shortly after 6 o'clock, we triangulated the call. It was from the collision site.
Okay, he rang me, but I didn't speak to him.
Why are you lying?
I'm not lying.
It's because you knew, didn't you? That there was a compartment kind at the base of the van.
No, I didn't know.
And there was a man concealed there. And that man's now dead.
Jeffrey wouldn't do that. He's got a family. He's not like that.
Daniel is.
That man's capable of anything. I don't know.
A man died, Mrs. Rampton. A man died a very slow and very painful death. For all we know, a family man himself. If you know anything about this, now would be the time to tell us before you and your husband end up in prison.
He shouldn't have been there.
Who shouldn't have been there?
The man that you say was in the back of my husband's van. If he was illegal, then he shouldn't never have been there. We can't be blamed for an illegal stowaway. It's not my fault he's dead. It's not my husband's either. And for all you know, even Daniel could have driven off not knowing he was there.
You letting them go?
Let's see how we can keep them. We've got nothing concrete. Anyway, with better luck, I'm hoping they'll lead us to the brother.
Heard the news. Poor bugger in the back of the van. So he was alive for 4 days. Most nobody heard him.
Yeah, they think he was slipping in and out of consciousness most of the time.
You should have a word with Guy Pearson. He's completely gutted.
Yeah, I'll do that.
John, can I have a word?
Sure.
I don't know whether to tell you this or not, but... Well, Harry Canwell.
What about?
He got out this morning.
What?
10 months.
9. 9 months, Steve. 9 months, 1 day. So, let him out?
Yeah, well, I figured you'd find out sooner or later.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay?
I'm fine.
Sandra and Jeffrey Rampton.
Yeah,
delightful couple. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in their house tonight.
Do you want to go to dinner?
Another night, maybe.
Why? You got plans?
Not particularly, no.
I thought...
What? What did you think? What, that you'd apologised and then everything would just go back to how it was? Unbelievable. You pretty much did think that, didn't you?
It's just dinner.
It's never just dinner. Not with you and me. I just don't want it to go back to the way it was.
Here you are.
Oh, not for me. Thanks.
Harry? Have you decided what you want to do?
It's a bit soon for all that, isn't it?
Well,
I don't know, I guess I'll get my old job back.
do you think they'll give it to you?
Well, they said they'd hold it open for me.
But that was before the sentencing.
Okay, well, we'll see. I'm sure everything will work out in the end. I know it will.
Listen, I've got to go to Romford tomorrow. Sydney Norris's place. Do you want to come?
Well, we're supposed to be in this together, right?
I'd like to think so, yeah.
I miss you.
Yeah, I know. I meant it, John.
Jodie's been through enough. I just feel that if I tell her about you and me, I just don't want to lose her.
She's your daughter. She loves you. You're not going to lose her.
Hello.
Hi there. So, the police offering a taxi service these days?
Oh, Anne gave me a lift.
I didn't know you were working with her.
Working with Chelmsford. She just happened to be on call in the night.
Right. That's good, isn't it?
Been a long day.
Do you want a drink? You look completely knackered. Getting old. You should be the one in the wheelchair.
Shut your face. Get me a drink.
Turn this car round.
Turn it round! For God's sake, Joyce!
Christy?
Christine? What's she doing in here, love?
Why did you tell the police that Mum's seatbelt was undone?
Because it was.
It was done up when she left here. I know it was. I clipped her in myself. I can remember doing it.
But you know what she was like. She was always taking it off. I tried to get her to put it back on, but...
You shouldn't have been on the A12.
I know. All right. Look, I wasn't taking her to Sandhills. I
wanted to show your mother something. A residential home, somewhere for her to live.
She was living with us.
She was ruling us. She was ruling you. Everything was just always about her. And the way she treated you every day, grinding you down.
Someone had to look after her.
But it didn't need to be you.
There was no one else.
And didn't she let you know it? Look, don't you remember? We had plans. I was talking about retiring. We were going to go on a cruise. This was going to be our time. You and me.
But we never talked about a home.
Because you would never have agreed. I know how you felt about her. But she was destroying us. She was destroying us because she was destroying you.
But it wasn't your decision to make. If you hadn't gone on the A12, none of this would have happened. And my mother would still be alive.
I couldn't believe it when I heard. I just couldn't believe it. And now I've got to think about the funeral. And I don't even know who to invite. You never met his family? I don't even know if he had one. He always kept himself to himself.
How long had you been here?
A year. It was our first anniversary when he had the accident.
Did he always pay his rent with cheque?
Cash. He was always very prompt.
Right, so you really knew nothing about him?
I knew he was a piano teacher.
At school?
No, he gave private lessons.
Do you know where he was going at the time of the accident?
He was on his way here from Stepney.
On the A12?
This is Sydney's part of the house. His bedroom through there. I kept everything exactly as it was. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't think I want anyone else to live here. This is his diary. It's got all his appointments in it.
This is new?
He loved his computer. He spent hours on it every night.
I think we're going to have to take this in too.
What do you think we'll find on his computer?
Oh, I don't know. He's a middle-aged, unmarried man, and he teaches the piano at school.
You've got a sick mind.
Jane Tarrant. Yes, of course.
You like it?
Well,
Leon Shuguru. He studied with Kandinsky and Murnau in 1908. You can see the similarities.
Oh, definitely. A dynamic and expressive arrangement of colours and lines, pioneering a completely new visual language.
You studied Russian Expressionism?
Nah, read it on the poster outside. Haven't got a clue what he means, but he does use some very pretty colours. Thanks. Stressful day.
Alan Faraday.
Jane Tarrant, nice to meet you.
Million and a half, you could have this hanging on your wall.
Oh, I would, but it wouldn't match my wallpaper.
Richard, good to see you. I don't know, are you? May I introduce Jane Tarrant?
We met.
Oh. I'll leave you two together.
Yes?
Hi, I'm a friend of Sid's. Is he in?
No.
Yeah, I've been calling him. He hasn't returned my calls.
No, I'm sorry. He was involved in an accident on the A12.
Is he okay? Look, I lent him some computer stuff. I'd like to get it back.
Look, I don't know who you are.
If I could come in, it would only take a second to find it.
The police are taking it.
Why?
I'm sorry. Sydney's dead.
Go on.
Do you know, the more you drink, the more crazier these paintings get.
Mm.
Do you know they sell for nearly £1 million, some of them?
I heard. What do you think of this one?
Honestly? I like it. Yeah, I really like it, actually. I don't know what it means or anything, but it's full of all that crazy colour and energy. Sort of makes you want to reach out and touch it.
Well, why don't you?
No. I'll get chucked out.
I think you're okay with this one.
And why is it fake?
Oh, I hope not. It's mine.
You own it?
Yeah, and a couple of the Kandinskis. I lent them to the exhibition.
Well, how much? Well, was
They were an investment. Anyway, I think it was buy two, get one free.
Oh, my God. You own it.
Go on. And you didn't even set the alarm off.
What? Don't.
Come on, I want to take you out. Come on.
We are out.
No, I mean out. I'll get my car to pick us up. I want to buy you lunch. Best restaurant in town.
No. I've got a better idea.
It's gonna take a bit of getting used to, you know, being home.
You know, I wrote to him, John Tollin, while I was in prison. I kept writing to him.
Maybe he's trying to leave it behind him.
I need to see him.
Maybe he doesn't want to see you.
He has to, Linda. He has to see me.
How much did you borrow? How much?
£10 grand.
Who did you get to lend you that kind of money?
Who do you think? Put it this way, we're Barclays.
What if you can't pay it back?
This is a way out.
This is madness.
I'm only doing it for you and Sam. All of us.
We're doing just fine without you.
Come on, Jeff. That's not like you.
Well, it's true.
What are you saying? You shouldn't give me a job?
No.
Look, this could be a lot of money. Think about that.
If Sandra ever finds out about this,
Here they are. Let me do the talking.
How you doing? Right, good to see you.
What the hell have you dragged us into? Did you consider me in any of this? Our son?
That's why I did it. I was going to lose the business. Our business.
No, it's not just about the business, Jeffrey, all right? It's everything. Everything we've been working towards, and you put that in jeopardy for Danny.
It's me brother. He needed me help.
Yeah, and I'm your wife. And that man is like a bloody leech on this family. Well, what do you think the police are going to do when they find him?
That's why we have to help him get out of the country.
How are you going to do that? Smuggle him back out in the bottom of your van?
We know someone. A bloke called Derek. He arranges stuff. He should be able to get him a fake passport.
Right, where's Danny now?
He's in a B&B in Barking.
Oh, very dignified. Right, we're going to need to speak to him, but don't call him, right? Not from the house, and definitely not from your mobile. Your brother may have dragged us into this mess, but there is no way I'm letting him pull us in any further. From now on, you do exactly as I say. Do you understand? Exactly.
I can't remember the last time I did this. I had someone to do it with.
Dave not into picnics?
No. Dave doesn't see the point in eating outside. No, you know, he's into football and pubs. He's typical bloke's bloke.
Yeah? What does that make me?
My mum used to bring me up here when I was a little kid, and we'd sit and we'd watch the city together. She always used to say it made her feel free. I never really knew what she meant at the time. Listen, what'd you hear?
Traffic. Sirens.
The sound of a city.
You're mad.
You think? I bet every city has its own sound. I want to sit on a hill by Rome or Paris and listen to its beat. You ever done that?
No. Can't say I have. You know, you're beautiful. You are. Come away with me. I'll take you to a foreign city. And you can show it to me like it's the first time.
Yeah, but you've seen them all already.
Yeah, but not with you, not the way you see them. I'm serious. Come away with me.
And you think I'm crazy.
She's getting her hair done. Will you stick with him?
It's round here.
Thanks, Lee.
Okay. See you.
Hey, Cindy, you all right?
Danny, what are you doing here?
I just need to see Jane. Is she around?
She's not here.
Why not? Where is she?
She pulled a sickie. Something to do with the wedding? It's a surprise, but you're not supposed to know.
I was hoping to cadge a bit of money off her. Supposed to be meeting the boys tonight for a few drinks, but I'm a bit short.
Don't look at me, I'm as skint as the next person.
Oh, no. I didn't mean that. Let's get back to work.
Oh, and don't forget, when you see Jane, you weren't here. Don't want to spoil the surprise.
Yeah, right. Oh, happy birthday, by the way.
What?
Okay, wait here.
All right, I'll give you an extra 10 if you wait.
We're closed.
You Derek? We haven't met, but you've met my husband and his brother, Jeffrey and Daniel Rampton.
Never heard of them.
Please don't lie to me. They certainly know you. There's something you need to know. They ran into a bit of trouble on the A12.
Nothing to do with me.
Police might not agree. Look, I don't want to be in this disgusting place any more than you want me here, but I've got a problem. So do you. Police are looking for Danny. If they find him, it's going to be bad news for me, right? But it's going to be even worse news for you. So why don't you just stop pissing me around and start taking me seriously?
All right. I'm listening.
115 Sangora Road.
How'd you find him?
He's involved in an incident.
You told him?
Yeah, Mr.
Shah, Tariq Shah. This is my shop. I also have the flat upstairs, 3 rooms.
And you rented a room to James Taylor?
Yes, yes, I did. He turned up about 3 months ago. He seemed all right, well-dressed, well-spoken. And then I caught him, trying to sneak off without paying his rent. Look what he did to me.
He said his name was James Taylor.
He is James Taylor, and he is a journalist. He works for The Guardian. That's just around the corner from here.
And have you called them?
No, I called the police.
Look, how can you be so sure about who he is and where he works?
He told me he's a journalist, freelance. That's what he said. You know, when he left, my wife went round his room and she found this at the back of the wardrobe. Only went and left it behind, didn't he?
I knew I'd seen the name before.
Where?
Here. It's a newspaper article I took from Karen Donnelly's house. There were loads of them, all about some war going on in East Africa, and all of them written by the same guy.
James Taylor?
He's a journalist, the Betsy Trotwood. It's round the corner for The Guardian.
Betsy, over there. Mr. Taylor?
You're James Taylor?
Yeah. Who are you? Impersonating me?
That's what it looks like.
Well, you'd never have got into the building with this.
Maybe that wasn't the idea.
Well, then what did he want?
Well, we were hoping maybe you could tell us. Look, the woman we've been investigating, Karen Donnelly, had a lot of articles written by you at her house, cut out of the paper.
About East Africa.
Well, yeah, it's my speciality. Right now, there's a struggle going on. It's a civil war, and anything but name, but it's not really a power struggle. It's about oil. The reserves are on land that's heavily populated by villagers, so the government's been clearing these areas by whatever means possible, intimidation, murder. Now, rebel groups fighting back.
Where does our government stand on all this?
Publicly, they speak against it, of course, but behind closed doors. I mean, I've been trying to prove that tacitly they're supporting these land clearances. It's not easy, as you can imagine.
Have you ever heard of a company called HDC Chemicals?
Karen Donnelly, she was that woman that killed herself, and she worked for HDC.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you said you were investigating a car accident.
Maybe we should come back another time.
He'll be home soon. We can wait.
Harry. He may not want to see you.
He'll see me.
How can you be so sure?
You don't know what this means to me.
Closure.
No. A beginning.
Hello. You all right, love?
Yeah, I'm fine. I wanted to say sorry
What for?
for what I said last night. It wasn't fair. No, because you were quite right. I never gave you the choice about whether my mum came to stay with us or not. I suppose I was afraid you'd say no, so I just offered it as a kind of fait accompli. But do you know what? You never once complained. You just got on with it. You were always there for me, and I don't think I ever told you how much that meant to me.
Oh, I didn't mind.
No, I know. But now that you need my support, all I could do was blame you. It was a senseless accident, and I can't imagine what you must be going through. I know my mum came between us when she was alive. I don't want her to come between us now she's dead.
Mr. Tollin.
What are you doing here?
I need to talk to you.
You what?
They let me out yesterday. I wrote to you twice, 3 times. Please, Mr. Tollin, I know how you must feel, but I can't live with this.
You can't live with this?
I was drunk. I made a mistake.
You fuck off.
No.
You killed my wife. You crippled my daughter. She's never gonna walk again, thanks to you.
No, but if I could go back, I would do anything.
Well, if you could go back, you'd what? What, you wouldn't drink? You wouldn't get in your car? You wouldn't swerve around a corner
I know
and
what
smash
I did,
it?
I swear to you. But you have to understand that I am not a bad man.
Right. No.
It was an office party. I wasn't even going to stay.
You get away from me. Go on, get away from my house.
Please, I can't. Please.
What? What do you want from me? Want me to forgive you, is that it?
Yes.
You shouldn't be here. Shouldn't have come here. Now, just go, get back in your car and go away.
Mr. Tollin, while I was inside, I read the Bible.
I don't give a shit about the Bible, and I don't give a shit about you. You took everything I had. My wife, my child.
I'd do anything.
I don't forgive you. I hate you. I loathe you.
I forgive you.
What?
For your hatred.
Sandra, are you doing it?
Surprised? I bet you are.
Where's Jeff?
Being watched by the police, thanks to you. We both are. I haven't been followed. Do you think I want them to catch you? This is it, Dan. Like all of it, I don't ever want to see you again.
You won't?
I mean it. I am sick and tired of Jeffrey having to bail you out. We were doing well for ourselves before you came along. We were a family. We had our own life, and if you think I'm letting you or anyone else destroy that, then you're mistaken.
Not enough. I told Jeff I need to buy a passport.
I've already arranged it. I've been to see Derek. You've got to get yourself to his yard tonight. There's a phone box on the Western Road just outside his yard. He'll meet you there at 10 o'clock with a ticket and a passport. That's to get you set up. But that's the last of it, Danny. I don't care where you end up. Just as long as when you get there, you don't ever come back.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to say that.
I think I might have killed him.
No, you wouldn't.
He shouldn't have come here.
Well, not without calling you.
What, you think that would have made a difference?
Well, you wouldn't have seen him.
Well, why would I want to?
Well, it might help.
Who? Him? Or me?
Dad.
9 months. The bastard, he got 9 months. He wants me to forgive him.
Well, maybe you should.
Oh, for God's
And yourself. It happened a year ago. You feel responsible because Mum's dead. And I'm like this and you weren't there. But that's wrong.
No, you don't know.
I do. Mum would have never wanted you to blame yourself.
You think? Jodie, I wasn't at work. I wasn't at work the night of your accident.
You don't need to say it.
No, I do. I do. I need to say it.
I already know. I know you were with Anne. But it's got all jumbled up. But you can't see it like that. What was happening between you and Mum was between you and Mum. The accident was something else. It wasn't your fault.
I should have been there.
No.
Should have been.
I'm glad you were. Because who would I have to look after me now?
It's okay.
I'll call you. I will.
Didn't expect to see you again quite so soon.
Yeah, you and me both. You got a passport?
Yeah, it's in the car. Got yourself in a bit of trouble, didn't you?
Yeah, you could say that.
Sorry to hear that, mate. I really am. Get in the car, then.
Hi.
Hi.
Jeff, it's me, Stan. Look, I know I shouldn't be calling you, but I just wanted to say thanks. For everything. I really appreciate it, you know, I really appreciate it, I do. When I came out of the army, you were there for me. Now this. Lucky to have family like you. And look, say thanks to Sandra for me. I know we've had our ups and downs, me and Sandra, but yeah, say thanks. You know, she's solid as a rock. Better get going, mate. When I'm settled, you come and visit. It'll be like old times, we'll have a bit of a laugh. I'll call you. I will, I'll call you, man. See you, mate.
Thanks. That was Danny. He said to thank you for helping him. I should thank you too. You were great.
Let's not talk about that now. The important thing is he's gone.
He said that we should go and see him when he settles down.
No, I think we should just let him get on with his own life. And us with ours.
Yeah. You're probably right.